when I started in Jiu-Jitsu, you know, Jiu-Jitsu is pretty new, right? Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is pretty new. I don't think it's maybe over 100 years, but it's pretty new. Anyway, and then got more popular after that, like the UFC, you know, when Horace fought, and when Hickson fought in Japan, you know, people got to know more of that. So back then was like who like win the tournaments. The ones who like if you it depends on your instructor, right? And then and it depends on each let's say city or town or country is still like on that path. So because you have an instructor, a good one that he can provide good information for you, and then you get better, and then you beat other guys in the town or in the country, whatever, right? But now back then was what when I started 1996. So there wasn't much internet, right? So nowadays you have a lot of information you can see on the internet and stuff. People can get better. So before was that, you know, whoever wins was those who had a better instructor, let's say. But by the years, more black belts were made, so the information was out there. So that doesn't make much of, you know, everyone knows the techniques, right? Next thing is whoever have better conditioning. If the technique is the same, whoever have better conditioning. So people start like working out, they also train uses better condition, so good. And but maybe before the better conditioning, I would say it's whoever makes the transitions better, okay? But in order to keep your transitions good, you have to have a good condition, because once you don't have condition, you see the technique, but it's past already, you lost, right? Because you didn't have timing, right? So I would say technique, then timing, then conditioning, okay? And if everything is the same, the guys like, no, get to a higher level, they know a lot technique-wise, they are very conditioned, they have good timing, but then wins whoever, you know, is more mental prepared, whoever believes more that it's going to win, right? So that's going to make the difference, right? So that, I think that's the bad. Some places you go, Jiu-Jitsu is still like on the lower level, like because I have better instructor, that's why I win. You know, he's going to be more popular in that city or that country, that state, whatever. He's going to be on doing his guard, okay? And I'm going to pass, and I'm going to put the opposite end like a knee on stomach, right? Knee on stomach is supposed to be this one, but opposite knee, okay? As I put this knee, I'm going to swing the leg over and end up on the fat boy mount, okay? Like you see, like a fat boy. And then he's going to try to do something here. You most likely do swing the leg, and you hit the side control. As you hit the side control, back, hop to the knee on stomach, and back to this position. Good. Then here, knee on stomach, the opposite, swing the leg over, okay? And extend your legs. Swing the leg here, that's it. And then from here, stand up and move back here. Okay? And then back in the other direction again. Alright? Good. So you want to expand stretch? Yeah?
I think everybody should be fine with it.
Yeah, no, I know, but just so we can have a... Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, you good?
Yeah.
Okay. Bon, premièrement, on va gripper mes jambes poings croisés, donc au standard. On va venir passer, bien mettre le genou opposé, donc pas le genou du knee on belly, le genou opposé. Une fois qu'il va avoir son poids ici, il va tourner, hop, pour venir à fat boy mount. Comme ça ici, pesant sur moi, souris sa jambe par-dessus, vient prendre le side, rendu là, fait son push-up, knee up stomach, boum, et il revient en position de base. Ici, boum. Passe, genou opposé, souris sa jambe par-dessus, viens, fat boy mount, passe par-dessus, side control, push-up, et knee on belly, rendu ici. Revient en position, l'autre côté, même chose. Okay.
Alright, so one mistake a lot of people might do is here, and then when they swing, they don't want to sit on the guy, they sit here, okay? Sit on him, don't feel bad for him, he's not going to hurt you, okay? Sit on the guy, alright? Don't sit on the floor, alright? Let's go, guys, let's do it. So you have one leg here, this position is very common, and a lot of times he lost, the guard is locked, okay? Right, so that's the position we're going to start. The leg is in between. You're going to put one hand on his hip, this hand here on the knee, okay, and you're going to kick your leg out like, you know, like a horse kick, okay? As you kick, you push the leg, that is called the X pass. You see my arm doing an X, then you get closer here, okay? That's all we're going to do, that's one, right? So here you have the position, okay, that's very common. The guy has the leg here, right? Just keep it up a little bit. Sometimes not even locked, just like that. Happens a lot. Maybe he put on his hip. This position is common. Okay, so here, kick it out, and here. And it's important to push. Okay, work this. Second one is when you kick it out and your legs is still trapped. And then if the legs is still trapped, you need to do something else. I'll show you here now. Okay, so here he's locked. I kick, but the leg doesn't come through. Okay, so he step to the side, you see his hip, it's to the side. Leg over, okay? Over, right? I would say people will be here trying to surf on the no, be here. Okay, stay on top of the guy. He slide his hand under, kick it out, look. Be here. Okay? So it's good. As soon as this drill is a drill, but it's also good for a technique. So if you're here, before he starts setting himself up, because once he starts grabbing you and holding you, it's kind of getting a little harder. Okay? So here, hand on the hip, kick it out, near stomach. Okay? Second, kick it out, didn't go through, one step, then you need that step. Leg over, here, underneath, and there. Okay? So do this a lot, do to the other side, and then the guy. So you're going to do both sides, the two, and then the guy does both sides, the two. Okay, so once you get good, do fast. Okay, because the drill was meant to, you know, to be fast. Yeah. For example, if you just do this one, then the other side, for example, good. Right, and so forth. For like, if you do this for a minute, you know, you really feel, you know, tired and stuff, and you know, conditioning. Okay, right? So, you know, yeah, he's gonna explain now.
Ok, donc, je tiens la jambe comme ceci, la main sur les hanches, la paume, contrôle le genou. Donc, Renato va faire une roulade de cheval très très forte. Ensuite, il va pousser mon genou sur le côté, venir en the stomach avec les bras croisés comme ceci. Good.
Yeah.
Ok, pour si jamais la jambe ne marche pas. Donc, il va faire un step de côté, il va mettre son tibia dans mon genou, mettre beaucoup de pression et passer en side.
All right, guys, let's go. So what we're gonna do here now, it's off this pass, we're gonna do a transition. We're gonna do two transitions, okay? And you have to train these transitions in order to get better, okay? You can't separate the techniques a lot, and you have to drill a lot. That's gonna help you your timing in the tournament, right? So let me use Oliver. Good. So let's make this guard pass here the same, okay? So here, if you see that position here is more like a De La Riva, and I don't have that, okay? So what you have to do, you're gonna have to step, okay, in order for the fight, right? To do this, you have to recognize the position. Oh, I can't do the kick out because his leg is here, right? So here, step, move here, good, kick it out, good, and here. When I go here, right, he's gonna turn, okay, that way, good, he turns it that way. So now, look, as soon as his hip here come off the floor a little bit, okay, because he's turning to his ear, that's when my foot goes in, and it's gotta be quick, okay, so I show you here, okay, so here, so you step it over. If you already have it here, you don't need to step it over, so you kick it out, you're going here, yes, you turn, your foot, okay, sit down and bring it back. Okay, you can stop right here as a drill, or you can, you know, go for, okay, a bow and arrow, okay, and finish it up, then it's his turn. And then you do for a period of time, okay? That's the first transition. Then we put more detail, but now I'm going to show the second transition here. You over, okay? You kick it out, you're moving. As he's turning, now look here. I have like the arm triangle, okay? With the arm triangle, with the gi, sometimes it's kind of hard to slide the arms through. You're gonna do the ZKL here. You hold your lapel here, okay? Let's turn a little bit. Okay, so here, you turn your lapel, that's it. Now, what I like is drive your knee closer to his head. And you step it over here. Okay? So, that's the two transitions you're gonna do. Okay, so back again here, let's put your head in this position. Good, okay. Again, so kick it out. Passing, X pass, okay? It's important he's going. I'm kind of holding him a little bit. My foot, okay? Got to go in, right? Common mistake here is the guy driving the knee, but the foot is still outside, no good. Very, very common mistake, okay? So, as he's turning, good, your foot is the first thing to do. Seatbelt, bringing him back. And go for any choke you want. As I showed here was the bow and arrow, how I did that. I let go my foot so he can go for, right? So now I come over here. Okay. That was the bow and arrow. And the second transition will be here. Kick him out, good, here. He turns, I slide my hand through here. Okay? Hold my own sleeve, put my arm here. Now, to make a better finish, knee right here. Step over. Okay. Got it? Got it? Yes. Now I'm going to explain. We're going to sit. Alright, you done?
No,
He does?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Ok, donc je suis ici, je peux être soit de la rive, soit il y a déjà sa jambe par-dessus ma jambe. Donc rendu là, il va envoyer sa jambe en arrière. X-pass, genou sur mon estomac. Je vais venir tourner loin de lui, donc mes fesses vers lui. Hop, je fais l'erreur de lever ici ma fesse. Il rentre son hook, très important qu'il rentre son crochet et non son genou. Rendu ici, il vient pogner son seatbelt, solide. M'amène sur lui, rendu là. Il peut choisir de rester là, me contrôler ou venir m'étrangler de la façon qu'il veut. Donc, bow and arrow, X-choke, peu importe. Ok. Deuxième solution, même chose. Il envoie sa jambe en arrière, step par-dessus. X-pass, je tourne. Au lieu de rentrer sa jambe, il va venir pogner son en position.
Is
Yeah, it's okay.
the same or the arm triangle? Okay. Yeah. One more time.
Donc, il envoie sa jambe en arrière. X-pass, croise mes jambes, genou sur moi. Je tourne à l'extérieur. Il vient rentrer sa main ici, comme pour un arm triangle. Ok? Un triangle peut être dur à venir finir d'ici, donc il va venir prendre son ézéchiel. Rentre ici. S'il veut le finir, vient poser son genou plus près, passe sa jambe dessus. Good.
I would say it's my fault because we want to do this as a drill, but once you have the drill, you need to make sure everyone knows the technique, right? So, let me just use Gila first. Here, on the ZKL, let me show you ZKL from out here. Just, I need you to pay attention to my hand here. Okay, here. When I'm here, this hand is it's palm down, and then I turn here. Actually, it's palm up, and then I turn and I grab it here. When I'm gonna go over here, now my hand is palm down. Okay, because if I don't move my, so that's the motion here. Look, my wrist follows. Because if I don't do this, I rip off my own grip, okay, so no good. Okay, so you need to do that. Same here, I saw the guy turn on the side, good. Same here, I saw some people going here, and then when they hold, right, so now when they go here, they don't help yourself. So because if you hold this way, look, you see, it's hurting my own fingers here. So make sure here also follows, and that makes also your wrist turning to the guy's neck, okay, the proper position here. So you're here, okay. Don't forget on this one to drive your knee closer here. That's what like key stuff. Look, you see, only here, this little pressure here makes the guy tap. This is the last, okay, for one.
If you need, or if you need?
If you need, yes. Most likely you will need, but it's just the last adjust so he doesn't move okay, away. But pretty much up to this position here is already very tight. And then when you throw the leg, he knows, oh, I can't skip anymore. And then, okay, tap. All right, so I need you on yeah, to turn your wrist on this position here, okay? Don't keep your wrist there because you guys understood this one, right? You want to explain in French? Or is it?
To explain?
No, that's okay. This is,
No,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, all right. So,
En bref, tout simplement, quand vous faites votre choke, vous venez chercher directement votre Ézéchiel comme ça ici, puis quand vous allez faire votre motion, vous tournez en même temps pour être sûr de ne pas perdre votre grip.
got it? Okay. So now, let's do the bow and arrow, just so you know, and then you can put the transition better, okay? Everyone knows the bow and arrow, just to go a couple details here. Let me get your back seat up a little bit. I got his back here, okay, and I put the choke. Good, okay? And for some reason, I'm not, why I go to a bow and arrow? For some reason, I'm not making the guy tap and he's holding my arm here. Because if I could tap him out here, come on, like, and then it's basic, right? From the middle, just tapping him out here. You don't need to go, you know, fancy, okay? But somehow it's not working, okay? So either or, he fights my hook here, okay, and he take it out and he start the defense, or I do that. I relax a little bit just to trick the guy, and then he goes, great. So now what I like to do here now, I roll and I get up on my knee, okay? I get closer, I step over here, now I sit. When I sit, it's easy to pick him up, my leg goes under. I throw the leg over, my shoulder is here controlling, because if you're here, look, I might lose, yes? So my shoulder is gonna be on the other side of his head for a second until I have his leg. When I have his leg, then I can slide and do the bow and arrow, okay? The bow and yourself is the arrow, okay? So that's what you're trying to do. So the goal here is, and the most technical part here is here, when I go in this position, I let go of the leg, it comes, that's the part here. When I want you to get up on your shoulder, look my shoulder, okay, let's turn a little bit. So I get up on my shoulder and knee on the floor. Now bring my knee closer here, my shin along his back. Okay? Throw the leg over, sit. As you sit, you slide your leg there. Throw it over. Go here. Okay. Alright? 2 more minutes on that one, guys, to drill the whole thing, and then we change. So I'm in my guard here. Guard could be closed, could be open, okay? I have to control both sleeves. Right, so I'm going to put my foot on the hip, and I'm going to hip step away. I'm going to swing my leg over his arm, okay? And when I swing my leg over his arm, my shin, I'm going to make sure I put my shin right on his, like a Muay Thai kick here to the ribs, okay? My ribs and my shin on his ribs, good. I'm going to move my foot on the other side, okay? I'm going to pick him. We're going to do 2 things here, okay? Two different ways. I pull him here, right? And then this one would be like the hardest, but the simpler, okay? So now I go here, I put my arm here, and I'm gonna have to slide under. Of course, he's gonna put weight on me, okay? Yeah, and I'm gonna kind of kick him, and pass through until I reach this position here on the omoplata, okay? It's an attack here. You reach the omoplata, you can let it go, hold his elbow. If he rolls, okay, to free himself from the omoplata, just follow, okay? And you can step the leg over like we did, okay? And that counts as 2 points, as a sweep. Of course, if you mount, if you make the mount, right? It's 2 points. But if you mount, it'll be 2 and 4, okay? But again, like, why are we doing this? Mostly so you can move doing your guard, okay? This is the hardest way to move, okay, that we are doing. Then we're gonna do another one later, which is here, okay, here, okay, you move on yourself, look, on yourself, okay, I didn't go on the guy, I moved from my own spot, but then you gotta be able to do, you know, this drill here, you know, this stuff here, okay, so here, just show that, let's move back a little bit. Show the 2. Okay, first one, harder but simpler. Alright, so here we have this. If your knees are inside, fine. You gotta kick it out 1, okay? Leg over. And they're calling here the leg lasso, right? Did a lasso on his arm, hold it here, pull inside, lock your elbow. Okay, if you leave it open here, he most likely is going to pull and you lost the technique. So here, your ribs right there. Move your foot, okay, go in here, good. Now you use this here to open space and kick, 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 kick until you get out of there. Get off under the guy. Hold his elbow, okay, and then later you stand up or whatever is going to come here. It's a lot of stuff can come here, okay. You're going to extend your leg. When you extend your leg like that, he drops, most likely, okay, then you do it. If not, he rolls. A lot of stuff can happen from there, okay. So that's the one we're going to do first, okay. The one that you want, we're going to go under the guy, okay. Now, let's get Oliver to explain in French with the, please come here, good.
Good. Donc, je suis ici avec Guylain. Je peux avoir mes genoux à l'extérieur, je suis en garde ouverte, mes genoux à l'intérieur. Okay? Je vais venir passer ma jambe, je vais venir faire une crevette en passant ma jambe par-dessus. C'est important ici que je reste pas au ma cheville. Je vais complètement ici pour que mon tibia aille cogner dans ses côtes. Okay? Je ne veux pas rester juste comme ça ici, ça va être facile pour lui de tirer son bras. Donc, ici, je vais haut, j'envoie ma jambe loin pour que ce soit mon tibia qui vienne toucher à ses côtes. Ensuite de ça, mon pied qui est ici, je vais venir complètement rentrer en dessous, passer ma main devant son genou, hop, 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 pour qu'il me suive, pour venir prendre l'omoplata. Rendu ici, j'ai plusieurs options, soit je peux venir finir mon omoplata, donc allonger mes jambes, me lever, ou venir comme ça, s'il roule, je vais venir vers lui, comme ça ici, puis venir improviser à partir de là. Okay?
Yes, but very important when you lie under, you're going to have to kick your leg up a little bit to make your weight underneath that. Show one more time. This is like a little tip for you.
Escape, donc crevette, passe ma jambe. Ok. Donc ici, j'envoie ma jambe haut. Tu viens de dire. On ne pas ça en dessous.
Yeah, right now, because he want to be heavy on you. Yeah, he's going to even. Yeah, you're going to have to kick it out. Yeah, yeah, like your leg. This part, you want to touch the ceiling. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Then yeah, that's it. Then you come through. Okay. Then we're gonna do like 2-3 minutes this one. Then we're gonna do the other one, which you don't need to go underneath. You go or you spin on your own. Okay? Let's go, guys, please. Okay. Now the next one we do, but you spin on your own axis, right? On your own axis, so you don't go under the guy. Because as you hear, you went there, right? You know, you just spin on your own shoulder. Okay? So let's see here. Come here, Oliver. Yeah. Good. Alright, so I have here, and one detail that's important, good here, so bring your knees up, bring your knees inside, okay, shift your hip, kick it out, here, here, then it's good to open your knee here too, okay, that helps you, right, so now you push away, okay, look, my foot is helping myself, okay, and you do the spin, okay, very good strong grip pulling all the time, because if you don't have that strong grip, okay, here, right here, so now your foot, look, now I'm on my own axis, okay, I didn't go in the guy, I'm spinning, in this meantime he pulls his arm out, I have a problem, alright, so it's got to be a strong grip there with the elbow locked, okay, stay right there, alright, this leg here is very important, like you asked before. This leg here in this motion, very, very important. Okay, otherwise you can't make it and realize that you're going to be on your shoulders all the time. So, close guard, open guard, here, controlling kind of type of a spider guard thing, but with the shin out here, shift, kick it, throw it over, here, shin right there, open a little bit. Good, push the guy away so you can have a distance, right? Put this foot on the floor. Take now on your shoulder. See here my position on my shoulder? Okay? Now go on. Here. Pull. And then be ready for okay, all the stuff that you're gonna make. Here it's just an isolated technique. Something else. Okay, like another class, another day, let's say. Right? But later you're gonna have to put them together too. Right? Like I said before. Okay? So let's get them to explain in French, okay? Contact, please. Right, so.
Contrôle les manches, viens chercher un genre de spar guard, une escape, comme c'est ici, je vais venir chercher mon lasso, vraiment comme c'est ici, je tire, je vais venir bloquer, je vais venir ramener, je vais me faire un peu, juste ouvrir mon genou comme ça, ça va être plus facile. Je vais me faire un peu d'espace, par la suite, je vais rentrer mon genou, je vais venir pousser.
Good, he's in his shoulder. Alright? Because you gotta realize when you do guard, a lot of times the guy, even though you don't go on him, right? But he's still spinning, right? He can spin on his own. He doesn't need me to be here so he can spin underneath. Okay, that's a good thing too. So all the time the guy is doing, you know, that guard is kind of annoying, right? Every time turning, trying to pass, but the guy, he's always upside down on you or something, yeah. Okay, yeah, it's got all the time, yeah, you know, it's a little annoying for the guy who's passing. He needs to be very, the guy in my position, like very cautious and take care and wait for the best time to pass because he's always spinning. Okay, so let's do this one now, guys, and then we move to others. Okay. Look, when let's say he's passing my guard, yes, here, and then I want to do this motion here. See this motion here? Got up on my shoulder, okay, and here what he would do, he would try to keep getting my back, go, and I swing the leg over. Okay, so that I have this drill too, just so you know. But this motion here, it's very important. It's very important, and I'm going to do this a lot in Jiu-Jitsu. And it's the same motion we are doing here, with the exception that we hold in okay, here, okay, here, put here. What I want from you is to get up on your shoulder. My back is off the floor, okay? Here, then you go on.
So I can put my foot on his hip.
Yeah, on the hip or on the floor, whatever you think, but you have to take the back off the floor, okay? Because if your back is on the floor, then it's most likely the first one, the one that I said, it was going to be a little bit more of a grind, okay? So that position here is specifically, okay? This one here, that's what I want you to get it first, okay? But you need to push off something, or the hip, or the floor, because then if you don't have your foot on the floor, you cannot get that position, right? I'm pushing off. That's my position here. Okay? So one more time here. Okay? This. So yes. Right? Now I put my foot here, either on the floor or on the hip, and then I get up. I'm on my shoulder. My foot maybe on the hip. Okay? Alright, then you slide down. Okay, so what we are doing now is like ways to move underneath the guy. Okay, like I said at the beginning, like some motor skills. Okay, you don't want to try to do so much stuff from guard if you don't not even have like the skill to go under the guy. Okay, next one is going to be a kimura. Okay, you got to spin underneath the guy too for that kimura. Okay, let's go, guys, please. That's a lot of stuff you can do from kimura. A lot of stuff you can do from kimura. That's a whole game. It's maybe a whole seminar you can do from everywhere. Okay, that was very like very judo thing. A lot of people in judo did. Back when judo they were like doing a lot of ground fighting. Then the rules changed a little bit, and they focus on the stand up, and then they forget the ground fighting. Okay, and then now the rules are changing back again a little bit. They're allowing the fighting a little bit. You can see them doing a little bit again. But that was like I would say old judo stuff, kimura. The guy shoots a double leg defense using a kimura and stuff like that. Okay, but the most important thing is having a good kimura grip. Okay, so let's use here. The other day I was in a competition, right? So he get into your knee good. I got the guy in a half guard here, and he was trying to reach my back, my head. I blocked, and I went over here, right? So I managed to put my kimura here. So you can try, of course, go this way. It's just a little harder, okay? But what I've done is once I was here, I managed to hold his wrist because he's all the time trying to push, trying to grab my head. if his arm move that way, move your arm back, yeah, I can have it, right? If he tries going forward, good, here is easier for me to have it, okay? So what I get up here, okay, and we just, you know, like a Kimura sweep from guard, but it was half guard, and then just bucket the guy and end up in this position here, okay? So that happened once there, you know, never training by, you know, I wouldn't say by accident, because we do this a lot here, okay? Which is the regular Kimura sweep, right? But that being said, you have here, okay, and this, all right? So now you got this position here, good. You have your knee inside, good. You're gonna push him away and step this leg over. And one more time, you go over your shoulder, okay? It's very important. This foot here, you're gonna try to trap in the other side of his leg, of his hip. At this time, okay, most like if he does hold your hands together, good, to defend the Kimura. Good. So now that's when I'm gonna spin under to go to an arm bar, okay? But he makes a little posture, okay? So I'm gonna go here. Let me you join me, okay? He has half guard. Good. He reached my Kimura. Good. Right. So one of my defense is posturing up here. Good. Now this hand goes on my hip. This foot goes on my hip. Good. Pushes away. Good. Until you kind of let it go there. Good. Now this leg here, swing all the way over my leg. Good. That's it. And the guy's still posturing up. Good. This leg is gonna go all the good. Right? Yes. That's when now you see what is my reaction. He tried to pull out my arm. That's when he, look what he does. He rolls underneath me. Yes, that's the skill that I want you guys to have to it. Armbar. Okay? So, but I need the guy on top to do that reaction. Okay? Trying to pull the arm. It's not hard. It's not hard. A lot of times you can do this. Here, you see, and I've done this a lot. And I'm here, and I managed to swing the leg over, but I don't take my hip off the floor. Okay? Just stay a little higher. Yeah? Here, and he holds his arm in there. Good. And then, you know, it's hard. So what do you need to do? Get up on your... Good. Once you start doing this and sinking your leg, now he wants to pull his arm off. Right? Yeah, that's when you slide underneath the guy. Okay, in this case, you see how I end up? As long as you don't let go the Kimura grip, you're going to have it. Okay? So I need the guy on top to posture and try to pull the arm all the time. So let's go one more time here. It's a couple of steps. Okay? So here, it's off half guard. Okay? I'm here trying to reach his head. He's gonna block. That's it. At this moment, okay, the guy hides his arm. Okay, yeah, he's pushing away. He's not in half guard anymore. Okay, when I see this, I want to get closer. That's when he swings the leg over. That's it. Now he's going off his foot. He's gonna push me away a little bit. Let's turn a little bit. 1 second. Good. No, turn it. Yeah. You can. Good. At this moment here, this foot here, he pushed me away. Yes. So he sinks his foot in now. Good. And the other side of my hip, which helps him to. Now what I want, if I react this way, I'm going to tap it upside down armbar. Okay, but the guy's not going to react this way. He most likely want to come on top. Yeah, get up on your shoulder. Good. Yes. And pull it out. Okay, so he just needs to slide underneath. Yeah. Okay, and then have in there the armbar. Okay, one more time. Here. Okay, let me do it. Half. Americana. Okay, push the guy away. Treat that you don't have the half guard anymore. Get up on your shoulder. We've done this. Okay. Put your leg in. And right there. At this moment, ask him to hold hands together. Good. Try to pull your leg. Yeah. Go, 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 go. Yes. That's it. This is slide underneath the guy. Okay. End up here. Alright? So, you want to explain? Or you? Yeah? Okay. Or you want to practice a little bit before? Yeah?
Donc, on va partir en demi-garde ici. Ok. Essaye de passer son bras, venir agripper ma tête. Je bloque le poignet. Je vais chercher ma grippe de Kimura. Ensuite de ça, pied sur sa hanche, je vais sortir. J'ai plus ma garde rendue ici. Ok. Donc ma jambe qui est ici, je vais venir la passer par-dessus sa tête. Donc je vais venir la souligner comme ça ici. Lui, il veut sortir son bras de là. Je vais venir pousser, me faire de l'espace. Je rentre ma jambe creux pour venir vraiment hooker. Pour venir crocheter ici sa taille. Vraiment là, ses hanches ici. Donc voyez-vous, j'ai un bon contrôle. Lui rendu ici, ses bras sont encore ensemble. Moi, je veux débloquer ça. Donc je vais venir rouler en dessous. Continuer de passer. Je garde toujours ma grippe. Je reste tête, puis je viens finir coller les genoux. Je viens finir ma clé. Comme ça ici. Okay? Fait que le but, c'est vraiment de garder un bon contrôle sur le bras tout le long. Puis le même mouvement qu'on a fait tantôt, de venir rouler sur nos épaules et non sur notre dos. Okay?
So just so you know, if the guy pulls out his arm, you're still in guard. So it's not going to be a, okay, you lost the submission if you could finish the fight, right? But he ended up with, so a good Kimura grip, a good one, which is not the C grip, not this, thumb over and thumb over, okay? Good Kimura grip, keep him tight to you and spin underneath the guy, okay? You guys got it? You need to see one more time or no? No? Let's try that, please. 50-50 now. They're gonna coach just a little bit what to do from there. You know, just start going because sometimes you don't even know what to do from there. Then, you know, a little bit what to do. Okay, maybe how to set yourself free. But I might throw a lot of information, and then we cut, and let's work on only on those 2 or 3. Okay. A lot of times people can do an arm bar from that 50-50, and that arm bar. Avoids the guy pulling to 50-50 all the time. Okay, but the problem is if he knows that nobody's going to, if he pulls you from on a 50-50 and you don't know what to do, okay, then you have a problem. Okay, let's use Oliver. Okay, let's get your head in this direction. Good. All right, so here. All right. So I have the 50-50 here. Good. All right. Mainly, the 50-50 was meant to, I don't know if I can say that, right? But it's for the heel hook, okay? For the heel hook. So every time the heels is off the mat, okay? Like he is, then when the guy's prone to tap in a heel hook, okay? So that being said, he needs to put his foot all the time on the floor if heel hooks are allowed, okay? All the time his heel, and even turning his heel into me. Like put it here. Or figure 4, but his foot, his heel, okay, like that. Let me change here. You see my heel is into him. Like my fingers pointing the other way. That lifts his, okay. Then I stay more. I'll be more prone to do the technique on the guy, okay. Whenever you have a chance, like here, okay, to just like push the guy and swing the leg over, you know, try to do this. So a lot of people, they just, you know, stay here and lock and the guys lock too, okay? But a lot of times you can, you know, here, push the guy away, put your foot over, it's just here, like sideways, you see? And then here, and then you would get up, okay? Could be a good way to set yourself free from that, okay? And from here, you have the leg drag pass. Here when you guys know the leg drag, here just to make sure you know what I'm talking about. So here, one pass it here, okay, cross the leg and then you end up this position. So here he collapse, his hips are collapsed, it's good for me to, you know, go on this side here, okay? I would be holding here for a while until he started, you know, defend, doing something good, and then pass the other side, okay? But just that being said, you have here you have this position here, and a lot of times the guy put his foot, okay, over the other foot. So here, turn a little bit more. Good. So here, so just so he does not attack, okay, here, all the time, right? And then when you have a chance, you're gonna push good and swing the leg to the other side and come over. And when you come over, what do you have? You have the cross, okay? It's not, I know it's not that easy, but you're gonna be looking for this stuff all the time. So he is not only thinking about attacking you, but he's also thinking about having you in the 50-50, right? Because once, it's like any guard. If you can't, you cannot triangle the guy if he's not in your close guard, for example, when you're first learning, right? The guy every time escapes from your close guard, you can't attack yet, right? Then the next progression is learn how to keep the guy in your guard and then start attacking triangle, right? As it, let's say white belt wise. Okay, so here will be this thing. So one thing here that we're going to work is when he has his legs locked. Okay, good. Okay, so you're going to kind of, you have two options. Okay, when your hip is this way here, of course you're defending your foot. Okay, but it's very hard for you to attack. Okay, when you want to attack, you want to be in this position here. Okay, that's when you. But again, heel hooks are not allowed in Jiu-Jitsu. That's why you're cool with being in this position here with your hip a little bit outside here. Okay, so that's when you're here, you're gonna yank his arm close to you. Okay, you gotta put the foot on this side here, and a good grip here is the grip here under the armpit. Okay, so pull, and you have an arm bar. When you have this, keep on locking. Yeah, good. What you need is to squeeze. Okay, your legs together, and you have the arm bar. Okay, so here one more time. Here, right, and watch. You know, Keenan. He does this a lot. Right, pulling here. There are other stuff that we might not work here today. When the guy, if he locks his arms together, put your, you see the foot was here, right? Here first. Okay. If he has his arms here and then I cannot swing my leg to the other side, then I have a problem. Then I have to put my foot in and fight. Okay. The arms, then here, then go on the armpit. Okay. Now pull the guy. A lot of times when he sees that, he can put his elbow on the floor, yeah, to sink it in, or maybe hold his arms together because he knows the arm bar. Yeah, here. 1 second. Good. Hold it together. Now you have like a regular arm bar. Now he's doing strength, okay? And as you pull, he comes together even more, okay? Because he's doing a lot of strength. You squeeze your knee here, and then you go for fighting, okay? On any arm bar from there. But the arm bar, you're going to have to swing the leg the other side, okay? What can prevent you to swing the leg on the other side is he having, okay, yeah, the arm over, okay, like that, yeah, or trying to, you know, something else. So you got to put this foot here, right? We're not going to practice this one, just so you know. We're not going to practice this one. Then swing the leg here, then yank it and get closer. Ooh, this one is better, okay? You could do this one too, but this one is better. Go right here on the armpit, okay, and pull the guy. When he sees that the arm is coming, he might put his elbow on the floor. Good. Okay, but you still can, look, you see that he came, the more strength he does, the easier he comes to you. He actually go back there, yeah, relax. Really relax. It's harder for him to come. But once he does the defense holding his arm, he comes even more. Okay, now he held his arm, now I have to do this. Okay, yeah, you see he came, good. Even more, okay? Now, what you need to do, like thinking about your knee, touching his head, okay? All right, and then you do the arm bar. If your foot is trapped, somehow you cannot put the leg in there, okay? So you have to free here, that's it, and then swing the leg over. Good. Now pull, go here, switch, go right here, under his. Good. All right, good. Hold the guy to you, okay? Good. The better if your knee is soft. If your knee is too much in, okay, let me go there. If your knee is too much here, you don't get closer, they're too far, right? So here, start, you know, good. That's it. When you pull, if he holds the arm together, regular arm bar. The more strength he does, the better for you. Do a lot of strength. Look. See, he came as a block, okay? Right? So the more you pull, okay? So pull the guy, swing the leg over, and then work on the regular arm bar, like any arm bar it is. Let go this leg for me. Like anyone else, okay? But now my leg is trapped. That's the only thing. But it's trapped in another way. Here is actually bothers my arm bar because my knees are pretty open, and here doesn't bother too much because I still can lock my knees. Okay, close the knees. Not this hip on the floor. This hip on the floor. Here. Holding, okay, holding something because you want to get closer. Good. Okay, yank the guy, swing the leg over, squeeze the knees. Okay, squeeze the knee. Even though if he doesn't open the figure four, okay, keep your figure four close. Good, you still, okay, and the arm bar. And because now you're attacking, you're trying to go for an arm bar all the time, you might release yourself from 50-50 and start rolling back again, right? Because he, oh my God, right? And then he opens it, okay? That's an option. Better than, oh, what I do now? And then one guy gets up and then the other gets up and then the other gets up and then, you know, it's not Jiu-Jitsu anymore. All right? Let's go, guys. Let's do it. Let's. Yes, let's do the leg lock here first. Okay? You have the guy 50-50. Okay? Here. Good. So now, what are you going to manage to do? Okay? You're going to manage to put his foot over the other foot. Okay? And a lot of times he wants to figure four, right? Figure four. Good. So you still can push down and have that situation. Okay? Fight that. But it's not hard to really have his foot over. Okay, it's not hard. You can really cover his end, because this is something that I'm playing a little bit, going for the 50 feet and playing with them, and it's not hard. Okay, once you have that, make sure his foot is going to be under your armpit. Okay, and then under the armpit here, and then you have to put your frame on his Achilles tendon. Okay, here, right? But now I'm going to pull into you. Okay, and you can even spin. Okay, go this way. Here squeeze even more. Okay, so here, right? Put it over. Okay, slide through. Right in the X. That's where your arm goes through. Okay, here, right? Here, catch it. Pull into you. Okay, forcing. Okay, forcing this one into your armpit. So you're pulling everything to your armpit. Okay, so here, go over, so back again. Just to keep it very, very simple. Okay, you have the 50-50. Heel hooks are not allowed, so you're not worried about that your heel is exposed. Okay, so you go here, over, you slide your arm through. Okay, catch it here. Okay, now force his arm into your armpit, okay, and then go for it. Then start spinning. Okay, yes.
If he extends that leg, because he's probably going to try to extend his left leg.
This one, the left, yeah, to try to go back to the.
Watch, when he extend that leg to go through, to make sure.
To go back to the figure four.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's possible too. Okay, then I'm gonna have to let it go and work again, and okay, until getting there. Okay. And work. Look, move your way in. Okay, it's not. I mean, it's not hard. It's possible, right? So let's spin that back again. Here. Okay. So yes, he can do it. Good question. Here, but the more you're gonna be maybe over his leg, the harder it's gonna be for him to push it through. Yeah. Because if it's a little bit like that, he pushes through. Yeah. Okay. So just exactly. So put here and put weight on it. Okay, and then grab his ankle and maybe spin to this side first until you're able. Yes. Okay. Because when you go through, that's the finishing. That's the finish. Okay. Here you go. But if it's on his calf, slide up a little bit. That leg. Yeah. You're not gonna make it. Okay. Then what you have to do? Let it go. Pull his ankle back. Okay. Pull. Hip skip away yourself to put yourself in the position. Okay. Now I need what? Put my arm in between the X. I don't have the arm in here. Okay, here, and then go. Okay, it doesn't happen at just gotta be patient. Okay, doesn't happen so easy. Okay, maybe then in the last we're gonna do this one. Okay, that's the full lock. Then getting up. Okay, now he has a figure four. Okay, and you want to open the hood. So you're here. You're gonna put your heel close to the guy here. Your hip now is facing the other way. Let's turn a little bit here. Good, the other way. Good. Here. Alright? So now, what are you going to do? Heel, okay? And you're going to do the technical stand-up. Now when you kick and get up, the technical stand-up. So here, technical stand-up. Now, I will tell you, don't try to stand up, because if he extends the air, you fall, then you expose your heel, you know, then he can move to the other side and do stuff, alright? So, and he can do heel hook if heel hooks are allowed. Okay? So don't get up. Here, stay right there. Now what you're going to do, you're going to come with your arm right here, behind. Okay? And you free the lock. Okay? Now from here, you can see, push through, or go for other stuff, or maybe slide here, you know, go for something else. Just that one is like opening that figure four. I think to open the figure four. So one more time here, okay? Most important thing now is putting your hip, not here, because here most likely going to the arm bar, right? Pushing, going to the arm bar, good. Okay, and this one mostly to get up. So here, put your heel, okay, on the floor, like you're defending your heel. Let's set it together. Good. So I'm defending my heel here, okay? Now I'm gonna rock, and that leg goes underneath my body. Here, this position you do all the time in Jiu-Jitsu here. This, okay? So here, don't get up, because if you get up, you get prone to fall. So slide your arm under here and go over, okay? And now here you can hold. Okay, stay heavy on the guy here. You can start maybe turning. Okay, just applying pressure and stuff. That it's up to you. Swing the leg to the other side. It's up to you. But once that figure four is not locked anymore, close anymore, you're free. Okay, good. All right. You want to speak? Yeah. Let's do it in French.
Et donc,
Then I go up, yeah. Which side you go? Maybe, yeah. Let's turn.
donc, je suis à 50-50 ici. Donc, la première chose que je veux pour venir faire mon lock, lui, ses pieds sont collés ici. Je veux venir amener ce hook-là ici. Okay? Peut-être qu'il a déjà son cadre de fermé, ça va être facile. Sinon, je viens juste prendre la jambe ici, puis je viens la porter ici. Ma main va venir en dessous, je vais venir agripper comme ça son talon. Et je vais venir forcer comme ça ici. Okay? Donc ça va vraiment faire une pression au niveau de son tendon ici. Si je suis trop haut sur son mollet, so get your figure four deeper, let's say here. Ça marche, ça fonctionnera pas. Okay? Je suis ici, je veux forcer, ça fait rien. Donc il faut que je me rattrape, je rapproche ici. Okay? Donc je fais une crevette, je remélange un petit peu, je veux vraiment m'assurer que son crochet soit juste en bas de son mollet ou son tendon d'Achille. Comme ça ici, je vais venir forcer. Je peux tourner aussi si jamais il résiste. Je peux tourner. Ok, je peux finir comme ça. Je vais avoir encore plus de levier pour venir finir ma
Is there any grip for your hands? Should be like a gable grip or
Yeah.
for the finishing part?
Gable, yeah. You just go here. Good, yes. This one is palm down. Okay. Yeah, and the other come. And you're gonna pretend you don't have thumbs. Yeah, that's it. Okay. You're gonna pretend you don't have thumbs. Here, like shaking hands, your own hands, kind of, right? But don't have thumbs. Don't have thumbs. Okay. Yeah. And this this is palm up. This is supposed to a lot of times here,
Grab your heel.
Yeah, first before even this one would grab my hip, let it go. This one, because before I was in a figure four, right? And then he pulled my foot, yeah, and then he scooted away, right? And scoot away like your hip escape, good. So this hand here is kind of holding my ankle, so my ankle doesn't go back there. Right now he sinks in there, good, and then and then go for the regular one, good, yeah. Okay, so here, let me do here. Yeah, here, good. So once I brought his foot down here, this is holding. Okay, then I change because it's then holding, right? To avoid him go back there, here, right? So this one here, this one is kind of palm down, right? This one, then comes it, yeah, okay. Because just to stay right there, just to make an analogy, imagine here or here that I can drag. Okay, that's where it stops. Okay, I drag. Okay, with this position here, right? And the guy's heavy, he's heavy, but that's the thing, right? You can't. It's not something like this that would slide. So you want to have this. That's why the palm down, and then comes the other, and catch. Okay. So for the heel hooks, the same. So come here. For the heel hook, the same here, and catch. Okay. You don't want to put palm up because now you don't have that. You know, you can't drag the guy here. Here, you can drag it. Okay, so that's like a pretending, and then twist. Okay, So let's go and try that. We did a leg lock.
Yep.
We need to go now and do the standing up, okay? Good. So he puts his hip inside myself.
Ok, donc ici, je vais venir faire un technical stand-up. Donc, dans la 50-50, il faut que je fasse ma crevette à l'intérieur de lui, comme ça ici. Je vais venir me lever comme ça ici. Boum, simplement. Me lever. Ok? Si j'essaie de me lever directement sur lui, ok, il a encore son figure 4 ici. Donc, ça va être facile pour lui de me ramener. Fait que je me lève. Si je me lève comme ça, je vais me pousser. Boum. Puis tout le travail va être en fer. Je vais venir travailler pour finir son rep. Ici, si je veux éviter ça, je vais venir faire ma crevette comme ça ici. Je me lève. Je vais venir ici, plutôt que de me lever, je vais rester ici, garder une bonne posture, venir travailler sa jambe ici. Puis à partir de là, je peux venir passer. Ok. L'important, c'est que je me libère au moins de sa garde, de sa 50-50. Okay? Le but, c'est vraiment de faire son figure 4 parce que lui, à partir de là, très solide. Ok. Donc, ici. Donc là, je me lève pas vers lui, je reste là, je vais ramasser. Ok. À partir de là, je peux travailler. Okay. Travailler comme vous voulez. Ok.
Alright guys, let's try. Yes. So he's gonna turn into you again. Good. This arm is gonna block the guy. Okay. Take your knees off the floor and spin towards the guy's head. Now you're gonna put your elbow right here. You step over your leg. And he's gonna keep on going. Right? Keep on going. You're gonna slide this leg under and put the hook right away. Okay? So this is a very good. And once you have that, okay, on you, it might take a lot of backs or just frustrate the guy because he can't maybe replace that half, even the half replace guard from a side control. Okay? Believe it or not, we all say it's wrong to turn, right? It's wrong to turn, but people do turn to their knees because when Jiu-Jitsu is no time limit, and then take your time and stay there and wait for the best time that the guy, when his guy, for example, I'm here, and there is no time, there is no points. With that mindset, okay, if I'm just holding you, the guy on bottom just stay there, right? Now when I'm trying to start hurting you, and start giving you something, and then you try to escape. But when points are allowed, to change the whole thing. Now I have 3 points, and you have 30 seconds to get out and make those 3 points. So now people turn to their knees, which is wrong, but they do turn. Okay, because points are allowed. The mindset changes completely, right? So, and then, that being said, this drill is perfectly fine. You know, happens a lot. Okay, so here, I'm here, he's gonna turn, I'm block the hip here off, okay? And like you're pushing him, but he's still able to go. So here, one, put the elbow right here. Okay, we step over. Slide underneath, put the hook right in. Let it sit back. Okay, got it? So, and then you do to the other side. And then here, on the other side, he's turning, you blocking, good. Arm over, okay, elbow, step, slide underneath, and hook. Get back. Okay? Right? Do you want to explain? Yeah. In French? Yeah. Okay. Alright.
Parfait. Donc, ici, je pars en side control. Il va tourner vers moi. Ok. Je vais venir bloquer avec ma main ici. Tourner. En tournant, mon autre bras vient transitionner ici. Je continue. Ok, je continue à tourner. Rendu là, lui, il continue son mouvement. Il se lève. Aussitôt qu'il se lève, j'ai de l'espace pour rentrer mon crochet. Boum. Seat belt. Je viens chercher son.
Good. One more time.
Dans ça, il décide de tourner vers moi, il veut faire avancer le combat. Ma main vient bloquer aux hanches. Je vais venir tourner sur lui. Mon coude vient bloquer. Hop, je tourne. Se lève, continue à rouler. Je rentre mon hook. Seat belt. Je tourne et je vais prendre son dos.
Alright, let's go guys. happens to me a lot. I put one hook first on him, okay? Turn to your weeks. So I put one hook first and the seatbelt. At this moment, he puts his knee inside and he starts pulling to half guard. Look what might happen here. Yeah, and then you get the guy in the half guard. Right? Some people are very good at doing this. Okay? So here comes the drill. And the other day I do that too in his situation. A lot of people do so. And then I was in this situation, the guy, he got my back. Even though I did, he got my back. And then I kind of asked him, what do you do? And he maybe didn't need it. Or either didn't want or didn't know how to explain. But I couldn't understand. But then later I kept watching him to see what he does. And then it's not like a secret. It's more like the body motion that allows that. So here I'm gonna show, okay, the whole thing, and then we break down and then we talk a little bit about it. When he's pulling to have guard, good. We're gonna step right here, okay. You're gonna drive directly to his head. Now you sit on your butt, and then now you're gonna rock him to the other side, and you get the back, okay. And here. Time. Here, got the seat belt, good, he's turning, good. Foot, knee, butt, rock to the other side. Okay? Have this in mind, because that's actually what helped me. Foot, knee, butt. Right? Now, wrong would be doing this. Here, you have that good. Here when he pulls, good. Here. And now you see my back is on the floor. You don't want your back. Now you can knock. It's very hard to knock the guy to the other side. Okay. As opposed to if you're here, now just to roll to the other side of your body is just so easy. And then you didn't lose the back. Okay. So one more time. Here. Have the hook. Have the belt. The seat belt. He's gonna pull. Foot, knee, now that means my knee is very close to his head, but to the other side and get the hook, okay? So this way you prevent the guy to escape from getting his back, okay? Let's get Oliver to explain now, okay? Let's go.
Bon, donc une situation où des fois ça peut être frustrant, je suis rendu sur le côté comme celui-ci, j'ai mon premier crochet ici. Donc lui, ce qu'il veut faire, il va venir tourner vers moi pour ramener sa demi-garde. Rendu ici, ce qu'il faut que je fasse, il faut absolument que je continue mon mouvement. Je vais venir tourner vers lui, donc je vais venir sur mon pied, sur mon genou, sur ma fesse, puis je vais venir l'envoyer de l'autre côté pour venir le mettre du côté de mon bicep. Ok, donc une autre fois. Je suis ici, j'ai mon premier crochet, mon seat belt. Il tourne vers moi, je le suis, je viens sur mon pied, mon genou, ma fesse, puis je l'envoie de l'autre côté. Ok?
I put my hook, I have my seat belt, okay, he's going to start turning, I step one, I drag my knee to the floor. Now, that's when you make a mistake, when you put your shoulder here, and then now you're in the bad position. You just made that for the week, okay? So here, go back a little bit, good. Here, don't drag your shoulder, just see back. Okay, then go to the other side. Okay, that's the key detail for being able to get his back on that position, okay? So now guys, what we're gonna work now, it's called a reverse De La Riva guard, okay? We're gonna go on a De La Riva guard. So De La Riva guard was, I don't know if you know, but it's a guy called Ricardo De La Riva, okay? And then he started doing this guard. I don't know now, but he used to be very, very small, like not very small, but featherweight, right? which compared to big guys, yeah, it's small, but and then it was a very hard guard to pass, or maybe people would say that sometimes impossible to pass, and that was the type of guard that he did. Okay, so stand up for me, please. All right, good. So here, all right, you can start off your feet on the hips here, just so you start, just so you can have, okay, where to come from. Cross hand on his sleeve, cross hand on his sleeve. The other hand goes on his ankle here, and swing the leg to the outside. You try to hook his leg here, okay, around, or you can even like push here, hip up, and try to put your foot on the other side of his thigh, okay, and here like hooking here too, avoiding him stepping back for going to the leg lock or something, okay, hooking here. That hand could be here on the sleeve, or it could be here on the collar, okay, making the guy very uncomfortable. So again, you can hook on the thigh, or you can hook on this side of the thigh and here, okay? You can grab the ankle here, holding, okay, or you can come here and grab the pants, okay, go a little bit more around the so these are all like details that you're gonna feel and try as you know, as you go, see which one is better for you, okay? Grabbing the collar, grabbing the sleeve, grabbing the ankle, or grabbing the calf. Okay, here, your foot on this here, or your foot there. Okay. Mainly when your foot is in the other thigh, you're gonna extend and try to make him turn, so you try to reach his back. Okay. When people move from here to the berimbolo, when he falls. Okay, and then they go for the berimbolo here. But and then the berimbolo and all they came from De La Riva, and they all like how you say evolution, right? From this stuff. Not saying it's better or good, you know, just from there they learn to do something else. All right. So let's go back there, here, and then you have the reverse De La Riva, which is when you're here. Okay, you're gonna grab the collar. I have this position here, and you're gonna pull the guy. Okay, and you're gonna make him step off this leg here. Okay, so here you can even use the hook here to help him to step. Good. Once he steps, now you have this knee here on the thigh, let it go and go under. Okay, that's it. Now the foot on the thigh, you're gonna lift your hip a little bit off the mat and push your knee on his thigh. Okay, here. Now the technical stand up here. That's it. Drive your knee straight to the floor here to avoid any problem here, so you can be on top and from here, and then any pass that you can do. But I would say first, establish your position on top. Okay, establish your position on top in this position here, and then thinking about the pass. But yes, it is as soon as you sweep the guy. Okay. What I just said is that I'm gonna say something else a little bit contradictory, but it depends on the level. When you sweep the guy, I told you to establish the position and make sure you pass. But once you get better, okay, if you could step it right away and pass, will be even better. Why? Because the higher level, right? So all his grips were on top. When he was on top, were grips for passing your guard. As soon as he fell, he needs to adjust all his grips back again to defending guard. It's all different type of grips, right? And if you take your time to pass the guard, it's going to give him time to adjust the grips back again, right? So that's the problem. So once you get better, and if you can pass it right away, you don't give him time to adjust his grips, okay? But I would say it's a little other level. So first, be comfortable, get the sweep first, and then go for the next. And as you get better, you evolve to right away you pass. Okay, so it's something to look for. Okay, so let's go sideways here. Okay, you have De La Riva situation. Okay, you move here. You must have the hand on the collar now. Okay, you're gonna pull and pull, making him step. You can even push this here, yes, like that. Okay, so go back there, please. Good. So let's go and pull. That's it. As he steps, you're gonna go under. Okay, under and get in there. All right. Now this knee here goes on his side. Now you need to what? to take your hip off the floor here, okay, pushing him forward. That's it. Okay, now this leg here is going to slide underneath your body, driving this knee to the floor. And if you can step it right away, great. Okay, so let's get Oliver to explain, okay, in French. Alright.
Parfait. Donc, je suis ici en de la riva, talon, j'ai mon hook, de la riva. Comme le professeur Renato expliquait, je peux avoir différentes grippes pour travailler ma de la riva ici. Par contre, pour venir faire le sweep qu'on va faire, j'ai besoin d'avoir ma main sur le collet ici. Donc, il va falloir que je le tire vers moi pour qu'il apporte sa jambe ici. Je vais me prendre ma grippe ici, je pourrais juste le tirer. Je peux venir m'aider par exemple d'un hook ici. Donc, comme ça ici. Okay? Ma main qui est là, je vais venir la passer en dessous comme si j'allais venir une X-guard un peu. Okay? Je vais venir passer mon genou ici. Puis il faut absolument que mes hanches lèvent du sol. Si je peux juste le pousser, c'est dur. Donc mes hanches vont venir lever. Mon genou va venir passer comme ça ici. Je vais me lever. Ici, je peux passer directement sur le derrière. Okay. Donc, je pars avec ma de la riva standard. Je fais son talon, sa cheville ici. J'ai mon hook de la riva. Il faut que je vienne chercher ma grippe sur son collet. Je le tire vers moi. Ma main qui était au collet vient passer en dessous comme une X-guard. Mon genou va venir bloquer sa cuisse. Je vais lever mes fesses du sol. Comme ça, mon genou passe là. Je le garde près de moi, comme ça ici. Dans mon collet, je peux passer. Pour être à grand pouce. OK?
Alright guys, let's do that please. One is this one, and I like to say that the Kung Fu motions or half guard, Kung Fu technique, that's the way, we kind of need to put some names, otherwise you kind of forget the technique, so we put a name. And I learned that from my first professor, was Professor Roberto Bordo, right? He's the guy who invented, he's claimed to invent the half guard, and he himself, he said, no, I didn't invent it, half guard was there already. It just he started doing, mainly back then, half guard was either you hold the guy there, gain time so he pass, or maybe from there you just replace guard, right? And then he actually developed ways to, sweep the guy from there. Maybe you just bump the guy from half guard, right? That's what pretty much was happening. That's pretty common, like in judo or even, right? All the sports that half guard are in there. But he started, creating situations of how to sweep the guy from half, how to attack the guy from half guard. And this one I saw in his seminar, I thought was so cool. And that's what we're going to practice now. Then we're going to the sweep later. But here we go. Let me be on bottom here. So here, I'll be on bottom. Okay, and I have the underhook. Okay, and then I start turning sideways. I don't like to have my I want to have my elbow. Okay, let's turn it over. Good. I like to have my elbow on the inside of his thigh here, and then the hand blocking him. Okay, because every time that knee gets closer to you, most likely, you see what I tend to do to flat, and then if I'm flat, I'm in a bad position. Okay, so you want to turn sideways, use the pendulum to turn sideways, an elbow and hand, and just blocking that, avoid that knee to get close to you. Okay, that's what you want to do all the time here. Right? You have the underhook, most likely like in the old school, what they call old school F guard, you would come here and get to his back, and then he does the whizzer. Okay, when you do this, he does the whizzer, avoiding you going to. Okay, so now you can get up, hold here, you can try to go on, sweep the guy to the other. This is like they call the old school half guard situations. Okay, sorry. But now what you're gonna do is here. You're here. That's the only thing we're gonna do, guys. It's so simple. That's why I liked it. Okay, it's so simple. When he's about to do his underhook back again, look, he does the underhook. Keep going, good. And then you wanna do it. Okay, do this like for 3-4 times, and then keep on going, good. That's it. Now when he's going to do, I put my hand on the palm of his shoulder, and my palm of my hand on his shoulder, okay, he kind of, you get the guy a little bit, doesn't need to be exaggerated like that, we just exaggerate a little bit, but just the fact you can reach to his back. Okay, so here, look, I'm here, when he goes, that's it. Okay, so that's why I call that the Kung Fu move. Okay, from here, look, go here as he's going, look, keep your elbow tight, it's hard for him. Now this hand hits his shoulder, okay, yeah. His arm even gets stuck a little bit, like when he falls, and if he doesn't fall, you move it, gets like that. But that little timing, you get to his back, okay? Pretty simple and something that you try and you're gonna like. So here, on the hook, as you're going, good, come on to it, okay? You push the guy's, the back of his shoulder, okay? Let's go. Actually, we're gonna do it in French, and then you guys try and see. Looks very simple, and does that work? Yeah, it works. You see. Okay. Here, and whatever you do to not make the guy comfortable too. Okay, as he's too comfortable and stuff, doing stuff on you. You know, it's good. Like yesterday, for example, the arm bar from 50-50. Right? If you just stay in the 50-50, not trying anything, the guy's going to keep on holding yourself in there, and then you might never get out. But now you're trying the arm bar, okay, and he starts his defense or his reactions, even though it's not need to defend, you're far from tapping him out, but he starts reacting. Somehow you put your foot on the other side and start escaping. Okay, so here's the same situation. Okay, as you feel the guy comfortable. Let's say if he has the underhook, and then I do my underhook, and he don't do anything. Now I'm going to start getting more and more comfortable every time. Okay? So here, so he has his underhook. Good. Yeah, let's go back in the. You have to explain, right? Let's go. Go ahead.
Donc je suis ici en demi-garde. Lui a son underhook ici. Okay? Moi, première chose importante, il faut que je bloque son genou ici, parce que si son genou réussit à approcher, ok, moi je vais venir flat sur mon dos, ce qui est mauvais pour moi, j'aurai plus de mobilité. Donc je reste sur le côté, ok, bloque son genou ici. Ensuite de ça, je vais chercher mon underhook, parce que évidemment c'est ça que je veux, comme ça ici. Là, il y a beaucoup de choses que je pourrais travailler ici, je pourrais aller dans son dos, ok. Lui, par contre, il va venir rentrer son hook. Aussitôt qu'il amène son hook ici, je vais venir pousser sur son épaule, me lever, puis venir chercher son bras. Ok, donc c'est très simple, juste une question de timing. Quand il vient pour ramener l'underhook, je vais venir pousser sur son épaule pour le faire tomber. Côté, bloque son genou, hop, il ramène.
Look my motion. I need to do this.
Ok, très simple, j'utilise le momentum pour le faire tomber. Okay? C'est automatique, quand j'ai le underhook, lui ce qu'il va vouloir faire, c'est ramener le sien. C'est ça. Boom.
And you can, to make even stronger that motion, you can even hip escape a little bit as you do. You push and move a little bit off, okay, to make even better. All right? Let's go, guys. Let's try, please. Right, so what we're going to do is, this one I like, okay, this is a half guard. It's a lot of a half guard situation, okay, a lot of from the old school situations, okay, but let's say, I could show that too, but you know, we just don't have enough time to show that and go all over. And the information is out there. It's kind of, you know, easy to see. This one maybe is kind of hard to find maybe on YouTube. Just show that. I'm gonna try to show here things for you guys. Maybe what's hard to see, right? And it's not mine. A lot of times, everything is not mine, right? Jiu-Jitsu is not something that I created. Whatever. Sometimes here and there you change a little grip, and then you tell your students do this a little better because I felt better, and maybe fits their body, and then they say, okay, it's better. No, I prefer the other. That's great, but you know, so anything else is that's not like mine. Maybe you saw from me, and then you remember, Renato's armbar when he showed Renato's way to half guard. You know, but like I said, I learned from somebody else, and you know, maybe he made it, maybe he learned from somebody else too. You know. So anyways, let's go here in a half guard situation here. Let me be on bottom. Good. I'm gonna be on bottom, and it's kind of like the old school one, but so here when he gets closer to you, you block in here, okay, and you have the underhook, but he has also the wizard, okay, that's it. So now what you're gonna do is, you're gonna be going as low as possible, and how you do this, use the pendulum to get closer, and off your shoulder, you buck him forward, okay, let's say in an MMA situation, is a little better for you, because now, the only time maybe he would be hitting, and if you hide your head a little bit, would be actually the back of the head, and might be a little, I mean, it's illegal, not a little, it's illegal, right? So you hide your head, as opposed to being a half guard here and being powdered, okay, so use the pendulum and scoot under as you can. Now, right on the, there is a curve here, everyone has, in between his butt and leg. Right in there, that's where your arm goes, and this hand comes here. Okay? Now we're going to use this even more to buck him forward. That's it. Alright, now we're going to switch the leg over here, and a lot of times he might push himself back. Okay, yeah, that's it. And then you're going to do it again, and put the leg right behind. You can use the leg to buck him too. Look, the leg here now. Alright, kicking him forward. Okay? Now, as you see, my leg kind of did slide a little bit off. It's not the end of the world, okay? You just need to get up on your shoulder, buck him like here, and get up on your shoulder. Good. Now, what you can do is grab his lapel or something, okay? And feed to the other hand. That's still a little bit too thin. Good here. He's never gonna let go his wizard. Okay? Now you can get up. And now I would say you have two options here. One that I like to do is to square up with the guy, try to face him. Okay, here. That's when you force him to sit. Okay, here, and come on top. If he gets up, somehow, good, you can get up with the guy and you have that lapel underneath, it really bothers him. Okay, so one more time. He might not fall right away. It might be a little grind to take him down, but that lapel underneath really is going to help you, okay? As long as you don't let go, you're going to take him down. So here, you have everything starts off this position here. You have the underhook, okay? Start doing your pendulum to get under. Pendulum to reach and pop him, good. That's it. 2 arms under. Pop him forward. Good. Here, okay? Just step it over. Good. Now we're going to use your knee to buck him forward. Okay? As you did that, okay? Even before, I'm sorry guys, even before right now, you could give something. Belt, lapel, anything to hold here. Now when you buck him, you're ready to get up here. Okay? Now we square up with the guy. Okay? And you're doing this with his knee, which is kind of not anatomical. That's why he chooses to do this. Okay, because you open the knee to another position. Okay? Or you can even pull the knee and hop to the other side. That could be another option. But let's stick with that one first. Anything else is just an extra for you, let's say. Okay? So one more time, and then he explains in French. Here. Okay? You've got the half guard. You have the underhook. Okay? He has the wizard. Now I need to buck him forward. Elbow inside. A hand. Don't let him get close, otherwise he's going to flat you. Buck. Buck. Go under. Buck. Good. Once you reach a good position, feed the lapel. Okay? You can't get the lapel through. Get the leg. Good. Now he's sitting back. Look, it's his position. Good. Alright? Good. Not too much. Good. Yes, that's it. Now use your knee. Okay? Yeah, that's it. Now roll. You see my knees? Roll. Sit on his leg here and then drag his leg. Okay? Passing the guard. And then right now, if you want to jump to the other side, then you could too. Okay? If you could. Or just pass it this way. Okay? Let's get Oliver to explain.
Donc je suis ici, je suis en demi-garde, j'ai tout ce que j'ai besoin normalement pour travailler de ma demi-garde. Donc je vais avoir le genou bloqué ici, mon underhook, lui évidemment va avoir son reserve ici. Okay? Donc c'est sûr qu'il va le garder là pour pas que j'aille chercher l'underhook ici. Donc moi ce que je vais venir faire, je vais venir faire mon pendule, je vais venir le bloquer vers le haut, okay? Parce que je veux rentrer en dessous de lui. Okay? Je vais rentrer comme ça ici. Okay? Je vais vraiment m'aider avec ma jambe. Regardez mon épaule pousse dans son aisselle, okay? Pour que je puisse rentrer en dessous. Une fois que je suis là, okay, je peux venir agripper mes mains ensemble. Okay? Puis idéalement, si je veux venir chercher de quoi de solide, je vais venir agripper ce que je peux. Donc soit sa ceinture ou son lapel comme ça ici. Donc je vais venir agripper ça ici. Okay? Ensuite de ça, je vais venir continuer à pousser. Okay? Voyez-vous, avec mon genou, je vais le bloquer vers là. Là, il est rendu instable. Okay? Donc là, lui, c'est sûr qu'il ne se laissera pas tomber facilement. Je vais venir me tourner, ok? C'est ici. Voyez-vous, je viens squeezer sa jambe ici. Je ne veux pas aller complètement comme ça ici. Donc je vais venir me lever sur mes genoux. Ok? Rendu là, j'ai plusieurs options. Je peux tourner vers lui. Ok? Ça va mettre du stock sur son genou. Ou je peux continuer à passer.
Si, il se lève.
S'il se lève. Il va se lever.
Yeah. Je drive him. Je peux à driver vers l'avant, voyez-vous. Il est instable, j'ai un super bon contrôle sur sa jambe. Je peux le passer par la suite comme ça ici. Okay.
Or even if the guy, go back here, just enough. Even if the guy, he has a pain, good. And then he goes, get my lapel, good, good. He threw the leg over, okay, he came top, good. That's it. Even if somehow I pull my leg, it's kind of very tough to pull my leg here now because my foot is strapped, but release a little bit. Somehow I took it out. Look how is bad my position here for you. Okay? As long as you don't let go of this one here, it's hard for me to really stand up. Okay? Then he still take advantage and take me down somehow. Okay? Yeah. Okay. That's the timing to take the guy down. Can't allow the guy to stand up and start adjusting himself. Alright? Good? Let's go, guys. So let's go over here. First, how to get into, it's a deep half guard, okay? And how to get in there, put your knees on the floor here. Good. So how to get it there, you're going to keep your knee in front of him. He's going to, press forward here because you want to reach your head. Yes, so that's it. So now what you're going to do is your hand going to go this way as you drop your knee off the chest, okay? That's pretty much the first motion. So you're here, okay? He's trying good. Go this way. Now the leg work, okay? You go here, slide yourself underneath, always blocking here. Good, and I have, okay, his leg on my shoulder, okay? He has two reactions here now. First reaction that he's gonna do is driving this knee here to the floor, okay? Put the but right here. No, just go back. Just put it on the floor right here. That's it, okay? That's his reaction, the first one that we're gonna work, okay? So now I'm flat, okay? You hold his ankle here if you can. If you cannot, we're gonna work on that too. Sometimes you can't go and reach, okay? So here, go under as much as you can, okay? So now, how to get that ankle? You're going to extend your legs here, okay? And you're going to use a pendulum. Let me do by myself here so you understand. Here, you're going to do this. Good. You're going to do this. Here to the side. Like an ab exercise, okay? Here. So, but his leg is in between, okay? So come here, Oliver. Good, I was already under, okay, but I can't reach his ankle. Okay, so I'm going to extend, I'm going to go this way, and this way, then I reach. As I reach, okay, I'm going to open my guard and I go high, here, okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to force diagonal, that direction right there, okay. Not straight back, not straight there, not straight to the side. Okay, I'm going to force that. So I have here, I'm going to put my arm under if I can, even better. Okay, then I'm going to push that direction there. Okay, come on top. knees to the floor. Step it right away if you can, depends on the level. And then pass the guard. Okay, so one more time. Here, and why I told you maybe not be good, so good for MMA, because you know that part that you didn't get the foot yet, you're kind of flat on your back. It might take a little time to get the guy's foot, okay? But anyway, so you're here, okay? Blocking off the knee, but he's trying to reach, go under, extend, go under, and put yourself out there, all the time pushing, and you enter there, good. His reaction is pushing the knee off the knee on the floor. Okay, here. Now what you're gonna do is 1, 2, give there. Now open and climb. Put your hip a little bit more inside. Your hip were here. Now you need to put your hip a little bit more inside. Keep holding here. Where do you push now? Now, very good control. You have to pressure your head against his thigh, because if it's loose, he might throw the leg somehow, find his way to throw the leg over my head. Yes, and then it will be a scramble. Here, who knows what's going to happen. You can still do something, but he still can do something. So, pressure your head against, okay, here. And now your foot going that direction, little diagonal. Good, right there. That's it, okay? Come on top, on your knees, here, and then step over. That's the guard. Okay? So let's get him to explain. One little thing is the guy's reaction. His knees on the floor. And the next round we work with the other reaction, when the knees are on the floor. Okay? So we get that. Let's go here.
Donc on va travailler une situation pour aller en deep half guard. Donc je suis en demi-garde normale ici. Ok? Côté, je bloque son genou. Il essaie d'aller chercher ma tête. Ma main va venir en dessous ici. Je vais venir vraiment rentrer en dessous. Donc hop, je vais venir amener ma jambe ou sa cuisse comme ça ici. Okay? Sa réaction, là il est déjà sur son genou. S'il avait été sur son pied, ça aurait été de venir sur son genou ici. Okay? Rendu là, moi, ce que je vais venir faire. C'est important que vous voulez vraiment être en dessous. Okay? Je ne veux pas être sur le côté. C'est pour ça que ça s'appelle Deep Half Guard. Je veux vraiment rentrer ici comme du monde. Une fois que je suis ici,
La droite et la gauche se balancer avec tes pieds.
ah oui, c'est ça. Je vais aller chercher, je vais réussir à aller chercher sa jambe ici, sa cheville. Donc qu'est-ce que je vais venir faire? Je vais allonger mes jambes, je vais venir hop, hop, dans un pendule pour venir chercher sa cheville ici. Okay. Une fois que j'ai ça, je vais venir sur sa cuisse ici, puis je vais envoyer mes jambes vers là-bas. Je ne veux pas aller là, regardez, ça n'a pas trop d'impact, là non plus. Je veux vraiment aller en ligne droite comme ça ici.
Push me this way here. Look, my foot, you see my foot here, doesn't let me go. Okay, so that's why I don't want to push me back. Right? So you want to push me.
Aller là, je veux pas aller là.
There is nothing in there to block me.
Aller vraiment en face.
Yeah, no more there. There. Yeah.
Donc là, tout dépendant, je peux passer directement.
Okay, so one more time. Here.
Je vais passer, donc j'ai bloqué, ma main vient en dessous, je vais venir vraiment rentrer en dessous. Donc, je passe ma main comme ça ici. Je vais aller chercher sa jambe comme ça, pas capable. Hop, 1, 2, je viens de donner ça ici. Ok? Ensuite de ça, voyez-vous, je suis vraiment en dessous. Là, ça ne fonctionne pas. Je vais venir tourner puis aller vers l'intérieur de sa cuisse. Je vais passer ensuite.
All right, let's go. But now we're gonna do when he reacts differently. When his foot is here instead of the knee. But as you can see, the guy does not want to get swept. Okay, so actually, if you go back in the UFC and watch, I think it was Team Silva and Minotauro, you're going to see the way the Minotauro swept the Team Silva is exactly this one, which is exactly something like closer that we did here now. A little difference, I showed the difference here. So what we're going to do here now, same thing, the deep half guard here. Okay, I'm blocking, I'm controlling. Okay, as I extend, I push. This is very important. With the arm extended, try to come back. gain so much time here, okay? And you don't want the arm bent. If your arm is bent, try to come back. Yeah, he goes back, okay? So you want to extend your arm behind his armpit, and this is not a tug of war. The 2 seconds that and then you go in, okay? Let's see. Now that's his reaction. The foot is right there, okay? Here, when the foot is right there, okay? What happened in the UFC? Okay, he just came here and swept the guy. He came on top and swept the guy, okay? A lot of times he not even put the hands on the floor somehow. You know, the guy went there and then he swept. Okay, so but that's what we're gonna do. So put your hands on the floor. A different way here. His foot is here and the knee. Now when he finds his way in this position, most likely you want to push off the floor and drive this knee to the floor. Good. That will be the first. Good. And then we go back to the first one we've done, right? But as soon as you enter under the guy, before he gets close to you, you're going to hip skate, put your knee here, foot, and start to take the knee. First was just to sideways here, for him. Good, more. The first knee here is to create space so your foot can be there. Okay? Do a pendulum, get up on your elbow. Good. Alright? Now I'm going to get up, push him away, and the technical stand up, okay, getting up, keeping your foot in here, okay? I'm going to ask him to not accept the takedown so easy, like we just did, or of course he's just not resisting, but do a little reaction, not resistance, a little reaction, don't take it, okay? So, actually, you do on me, please. Good. So, half guard, same thing, he's blocking, okay? Here, because if I manage to get here, I'm going to pin you and get in there. So you don't want that to happen. Okay, you don't want my hand here first. Then you're going to move. Good. Extend. Good. And go under. Good. I want to be here, but you push me. Good. Now hip escape even more. Put the knee first. That's it. Okay, put the knee first. Now extend the knee so your foot can be right there. Good. Now the control good is this hand on your head. Good. So now, otherwise, put it here. Good. The guy managed to, and then you lost. Okay. Here. That's it. Now it's trapped. It's fully trapped. Okay. Here. That's it. Now that he put his knee, good. He's gonna extend. That's it. Put the foot on the floor, and that's the technical stand-up. When we kick and get up, right? Keep on going. Good. 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 You stand up. Good. Look at it. Yeah. Look at the guy. My reaction. Okay. Just stay up. You see how hard it is for me? And then the guy might take it and fall, okay? So that might evolve most likely when the guy gives you a hard time to get swept. That's what's going to happen, okay? And you still, depends on the guy, he has, you know, good open area, how you say? Yeah, right? And then you're going to have to sweep the other leg, okay? Then, I mean, as much as more experience you have, okay? Oh, didn't get swept. No, I need to do something extra. Another class, you know, to get all the classes, let's say all the techniques. Okay, so back again here. Let's get him to use, to show me. Okay, sideways, here, right, blocking my arm, to good, he extends, he goes under, pushing me, that's very important. And at the same time, he goes under. Good, that's it. Okay, if I have my knee first, good, that would be great for me. And then he has to go to the first technique we did. But if he pushed me enough, my leg would be off. Okay? Here. Right away. Hip skip a little bit, put the knee. That's it. Okay? That's it. Now put your foot. Extend, extend, extend. Good. Put this foot on the floor for the technical stand up. That's it. Okay? Good. That's it. That's what the guy's gonna. Okay? Got it? Let's go, guys. Oops. We gotta do it first. Alright?
Donc, même situation que pour la technique précédente, je suis ici, demi-garde. Je vais mettre mon genou ici parce que je veux pas qu'il vienne m'écraser sur le dos, bloque son bras. Lui essaie de venir chercher ma tête. Mon bras vient ici, très important, je garde mon bras droit, je viens rentrer en dessous. Jusqu'ici, ok? Je suis en dessous, rendu là, je veux qu'il soit ici, ok? Donc, pour cette situation-là, je veux que ça soit son pied et non son genou. Hip escape, donc je fais une crevette. Je sors juste pour réussir à venir rentrer mon genou ici. Ma main ou ma tête parce que je veux pas qu'il puisse sortir son pied. Mon autre pied va venir à côté sur sa cuisse. J'allonge mes jambes. Je viens sur ma main, sur mon pied. Technical stand-up, je me lève. Hop, tout dépendant de sa réaction, ça se peut qu'il se lève. Je reviens vers lui pour finir sur le dessus. OK?
That's it, right? Let's go, guys.